Hey everyone, and welcome to PGN Live. It is Friday, the end of the work week for most. February 20th, 2026. We've got some exciting things to go over today, some cool things to discuss. It kind of started off last night, unofficially, when before Nintendo officially announced it, which was this morning, or the Pokemon Company could do so, people started seeing on their eShops in different regions around the world, Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Leaf Green, available $20 US. Interesting. So, what did we get tomorrow morning, which is today? Official confirmation from Nintendo and the Pokemon Company saying that, yeah, Fire Red and Leaf Green are coming at $20 a pop to Nintendo Switch Online, and probably bigger next week. In just 7 days, we will be getting a 30th anniversary celebration of Pokemon. We all thought it was going to happen on Pokemon Day, but now we know, indeed, we are getting a Pokemon Presents next Friday, and that's pretty darn cool, because 30 is quite a big number. I mean, 25 is considerable. That's a quarter century. 20 is big. That's 2 decades. But 30 is factually bigger. Is it as monumental of a number in your mind as 25, for instance? I don't know. I think 25 in some ways is more notable because it also represents quarter century. But regardless, 30 is the bigger number. It is the bigger deal at the end of the day to have made it that far, So I think it's pretty awesome. We've got the pop-out chat rocking, rolling. Let's see who is here this fine Friday morning. Okay, we've got Tabby Cat Games here. Hello there, Tabby. Drawson663. Hey, Drawson. Nice emoji drop there. I see that you used the new emoji that went up today of Wolverine. Let's go, bub. Johan Nintendo saying next Friday is Pokemon Day. That's right. CBH. What's up? Pokemon time. That's right. Steak1024. Hey, Paul and chat. Hey, Steak. Welcome, welcome. Tabby Cat Games also using another new emoji, the Logan one. Yeah. So it's an interesting thing. I had a brief opportunity like a week or two ago to put up a new emoji, and then YouTube didn't let me because the file size was too big. And it was supposed to be the new Wolverine one. So I went about lowering the image quality, and then today I had the opportunity to put up 2 new emojis. So today went up the Wolverine one that I originally intended, and also a new Logan one. So unfortunately, they're not as good of quality as I would like. They could be and should be better, but YouTube limits you to like less than 1 megabyte or something like that for the file size. So there's the Wolverine and the Logan back to back anyhow. But good to see some of you already using them, liking them. Drawson using them. Corey Boehm, welcome, asking, are you on Team June Direct yet? I am on Team a Nintendo Direct will happen before April 30th. That's where I'm at. I don't know this for a fact. I'm just looking at past evidence. 12 plus years or so of Nintendo Directs happening. You could say, well, we already got one technically, yeah. But the likelihood of more than one happening is also there. We have had years where they were a year apart or a couple weeks apart or the span of several weeks getting a few. So it's possible. If we don't, I don't think it's that big of a deal because, look, we're getting a Pokemon Presents next week. We'll probably get something on Mario Day. We are getting the Mario movie. We just got Mario Tennis Fever. There is a small but possible chance that Nintendo will do a little something on X or social media platforms for The Legend of Zelda turning 40 this Saturday. We've got Resident Evil Requiem coming out. We just had Dragon Quest VII Reimagined release. And right now on this channel, we've got 20 people watching now. So heck yeah. Xperia Play. Did you pick up the Virtual Boy, Paul? Yes, I did. You can see it right there. The Virtual Boy is next to Samus Aran. I think it's pretty cool. Have I played it? Yes. Have I played it more than once? No, not yet. And I knew, in reality, probably this thing will get several hours of total play. I will play it the first day and try out a few games, which I did. I played Tellero Boxer third, 3D Tetris second, and first up I played Wario Land. And they were all pretty fun, particularly Wario Land. That was my favorite of the three that I tried out. Played for, no more than 2 hours. Probably less than an hour, actually, come to think of it. Something around there. But it was fun. Haven't played it since. Then again, it's only been several days. But my plan is I will go back and play some more Wario Land. That one might be one that I actually beat. 30 or so minutes at a time, spread over several weeks, something like that. Some of the games that I have not yet played, I will play, but might be just that 15, 20 minute, 30 minute tops session initially and not go back to it necessarily. And a couple of the other games might be compelling enough that I'm like, you know what, I want to beat this one down the road as the new games come out. Like Mario Tennis, that one will probably get more time. The Star Fox and F-Zero-like games will probably get some more time since they've never been before released. There's a traditional Tetris coming out that'll get played some more. And a few other titles that'll dabble in. It'll equate to several hours. Maybe more. Maybe it'll be like 10 hours of total play. And then once in a while, in the future, I'll pick it up and get in a little dose of it, and that'll be all right. It's really, I wanted the item. I wanted that piece of memorabilia, that shelf piece that looks cool, that represents 1995. Something that I never owned, but played back in the day a little bit, So yeah, worth it in the end, I think. I think it's cool. Xperia Play. See your comment. Artisan James. I wonder if Xenoblade Chronicles X Physical release and Tamagotchi Life Living the Dream will be all the first party offerings in April. Maybe Yoshi is May after all? I could see Yoshi definitely being April, May, hopefully before June, because you've got the Super Mario Galaxy movie releasing April 1st, right? I think Yoshi's going to have a good role in that movie. Yoshi's going to be hot. It makes sense to capitalize on the fact that people already like Yoshi, but that more people are going to like Yoshi after this movie. And you've got this Yoshi cool, hatching egg toy that's going to be releasing soon. Release that Yoshi and the Mysterious Book game close to the movie. Not so close to compete with the movie's sales, because people might have money to either do movie or game and not both necessarily back to back, especially if you're bringing a family to the theater. It could cost, quite a bit. But yeah, if the movie is April 1st, release that game by June 30th. Be a smart idea. And then maybe it's a little bit wishful thinking, but I could still see there being a decent chance that Super Mario Galaxy 3 or Super Mario Odyssey 2, or in general, a brand new 3D Mario game coming out this fall. One thing that is happening now, though, Ash Gaming kicking off the stream as we have 29 people watching, as we have 9 likes. That's roughly a third. With a gifted membership. Thank you so much to Ash Gaming 17 for that awesome $1 gifted membership. I bet you're happy with the Pokemon news, right? Ash, will you be picking up Fire Red or Leaf Green, or both, or neither? And for all of you, what are your plans with Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green? Passing? Picking up? I should make a poll. I think I will do that. Let's see. Ash with the big dollar holla to get our stream rocking. Xperia can't wait for the F-Zero game on Virtual Boy. Yeah. Wink the man. This is exciting. I wonder if they'll give us a way to trade Pokemon between both titles. Yeah? Seemingly not online, but, yeah. At least in person. Aaron Cedillo, hi there. Big time Timmy Jim. I would have gotten Leaf Green or Fire Red if they had a physical release, but I won't digitally. Okay. Chris Thorndike, by the way. Chris Thorndike is the recipient of Ash Gaming's awesome dollar gifted membership. Drawson with the good emoji drops. Welcome, Michael S. Gutmann. Ash Gaming, we need to get both versions. Drawson saying, I bet that's how I got my membership. I think so. They should be free with NSO or $5, you think? I'm picking it up when I have money. Cool. Charlie Smith. Hello, Paul and everyone. Hello, Charlie Smith. Ash, I will shiny hunt Mewtwo in Fire Red Leaf Green, even though the shiny odds are 1 in 8,192. I'll get it shiny. Wow. Does that mean... Get to Mewtwo. See if he's shiny. Nope. Turn it off. Turn it back on. Initiate that Mewtwo battle. Shiny? Yes? No? Turn it off. Turn it back on. Like, that is the process in that game, correct? Jacob says, I think 20 euros is a fair price. Good. Joycey J, the Paul is live. Woo! Just in time for my lunch break. Perfect timing. This will be a little bit of a shorter stream, by the way. But we might have a second one later. We'll see. John Castle, we need the best Pokemon game, Silver and Gold, where you can do both Kanto and Johto regions. Pokemon Fan 34 is here. I bet you're happy today. Hi. Let's celebrate. Pokemon came in clutch. Are the new games a big deal? Asks Michael S. Gutmann. Well, these aren't new games per se. They are remakes of Pokemon Red and Blue, or if you want to call it Pokemon Red and Green in Japan, that came out some odd years later for the Game Boy Advance as Fire Red and Leaf Green, that are now getting a release on Nintendo Switch. Standalone titles. Yes, Game Boy Advance games already do exist on NSO. You'll have some people that say $20 is way too much, especially when you have, a dozen plus free games or games included in the NSO expansion pack service for Game Boy Advance. And some folks say, finally, the ability to buy the game and not have to rent them technically with NSO. They're there. I will bring that shiny Mewtwo to Legends ZA. That's cool. That's okay. I'll see you later for the podcast too. Yep. That's in, yeah, well, it's like 7 hours. Jeez, where's the day going? The day is already flying by. Linda Ray is here. Hello. People are mad at me for buying it. For buying what? Fire Red and Leaf Green? Why would anybody be mad? You're a part of the problem. Dude, nobody's a part of any problem. You know what? People grow up. They get a job after they went to some schooling. They're living their life. They're making their money. And they're buying their money on... They're using their money on what makes them happy. Some people are happy with a $7 coffee drink every day, 5 days a week. And they spend $35 a week, which is half of a video game, on liquid that stays in their body for half an hour before it exits. That gives them a little bit of a bolt of energy and satisfies their taste buds for the 15 minutes that they sip on it. And that's justified for them. So the same people that are those folks that criticize others for buying comic books when you're an adult, or watching superhero movies as an adult, or continuing to watch anime, or play video games, or buy toys or statues or video game t-shirts or something like that as an adult, just chill. Just chill. Don't be critical. You know what I mean? Everyone's got something that they buy or spend their money on that anybody else could poke at, pick at. That's totally not necessary. Are you going to do a Pokemon Presents countdown? I already have started one, actually. February 20th. 7 days until the 30th anniversary celebration of Pokemon. Pokemon Presents. February 20th. 7 days until the 30th anniversary celebration of Pokemon. I don't hear it. Pokemon Presents. As long as you can hear it. February 20th. 7 days until the 30th anniversary
Sorry if it's
celebration
annoying
of Pokemon.
and playing multiple times through the speaker.
February 20th.
But I don't
7
hear
days
it.
until the 30th anniversary celebration of Pokemon. Pokemon Presents.
That's either really annoying,
February 20th.
which I apologize for.
The 30th anniversary celebration of Pokemon. Pokemon
You know what, just in case it is playing over and over
February
again, I'm going to pause it because I don't want it to be something annoying. Huh. Most of the time, I don't need to hear my own audio coming through. Hold on. Let's see.
20th.
Okay.
7 days until the 30th anniversary celebration of Pokemon. Pokemon Presents. February.
Okay. Did y'all hear that? Because now I can finally hear it. Didn't text too dope? My word, man. Get a schedule. Hello, good sir. It's about 10:30-ish. It's about 10:30-ish. Actually, right now it is 10:30 or 10:31, as I just looked over. Let's see. You pre-ordered Leaf Green. Cool. I'm growing. I buy what I want. True. People spend $500 on a collector's edition that was scalped for a few in-game stuff and a poster or whatever. Why don't people relax? True. I'm thinking of buying it. Just not sure yet. Depends on if we find a used car to replace hubby's truck. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Always got to have some priorities here and there. I didn't pick both. I do want to put up the poll. Let's see. Are you getting Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green? Let's see. Yes both fire red, leaf green. No, neither. Okay. Good pull. 4 options. That's all I needed. Aaron Cedillo might get fire red. If we find a car, I'll get both. There's 3 of us, so gotta have enough to go around. LOL, yeah. There are some Pokemon in Leaf Green that aren't in Fire Red and vice versa. Yeah, that's usually how it works. It'll be interesting to see how many people here plan on buying the game. By the way, when I asked a moment ago, were y'all able to hear that video play or not? Because I didn't until the end, but I'm just curious, were you able to hear it? Because if not, I could play it again, but if you heard it, then cool, I think we're good. Dank Meme Center X is here. People complained about a $5 optional update to X. Now, whining about $20 Game Boy Advance games that go for way higher on the open market. Not all vaults pools are for you. Yeah. There's always going to be somebody complaining about some decision that some company makes. It's so true. Gosh. $40 was the MSRP for that title back in the day. Even if you go off of the MSRP itself, $40 back then cost more than it did now. So if you just treat this game as a new Game Boy Advance game, it's cheaper to spend $20 now than $40 then. Heck, it would be cheaper to spend $40 now than $40 then due to inflation. So that's number one. With inflation, $40 now is factually less than $40 then. Number two, it's $20. $20 now is less than $40 then. Number three, it's digital, so there's no tax, so you're spending even less. 4, if you look at the aftermarket, if you wanted to buy a new copy of Pokemon Fire Red or Pokemon Leaf Green, it would be a lot more than $40 for it new. Even if you wanted the game used and were okay with it, with no box, with a crusty cartridge and no instruction booklet, etc., it's still going to be probably more than $20. So, come on. What you want? What do you want? You want it for free? You want Nintendo to just be like, yeah, here it is for free. If you ever become a creator of an IP, you can be more generous with your donations. You could be more giving of what you have because you have more. But you're probably never going to give everything away for free that you've worked hard to establish over the years, even in moments of you've made it, extreme wealth. There is greed, which is not good, but there is also proper respect of your own ownership and treating what you worked hard for with respect by still charging, being reasonable, trying to be accommodating for people, but it's still something that you made that you're going to charge and sell, Paul, you should do Fire Red and Leaf Green eShop giveaways. Those would be good, Nintex 2 Dope. We could cook something up if that's what you're suggesting. I would like to get one of the two for myself, personally, too. That'd be fun. Wish they sold an alternative of what Japan is getting, though. What is Japan getting, Dank Meme Center X? I sold my inbox Fire Red and Leaf Green about 6 months ago. LOL, they go for $300 to $400. Holy smokes, Nintex Dope. That's pretty sweet. So you sold both of them half a year ago, $300 to $400. That's a pretty good deal. I mean, good on you for making like 180 profit each game or something like that. Well, I guess you spent 80 total, and if you sold it for like, let's say $360. Hey, still made like $280 profit. Not bad. Pretty good.
Imagine making your entire digital footprint about telling adults what to do with their money. I'd rather adults play video games than just work and sleep. That's not fun. True. Insomniac. Now compare this to how many times they've gotten people to buy Skyrim. True. And you know what? If someone wants to buy Skyrim multiple times, let them buy Skyrim multiple times. Big Time Timmy Jim. Back in the days, it was their way to sell transfer cables. And yes, buying both games. LOL. But you needed another GB/GBA as well. Rutgernier Mayher. Leaf Green was my first Pokemon game, so I'd still have bought this if it was 50. Good point. Dang. Otherwise, they would have had to increase NSO price just because Pokemon is too big of a brand to be stuck to rental service. Simple, pay 20 now for perpetual or pay annually for the same game. Yeah, good point. Insomniac says, if it's a minimal port, it should be cheaper, but a major update and overall, people should expect to pay for people's work and time. Yeah. Happy Friday to all, says Roger Enyart. Paladin8669 says, good morning, Paul. Good morning. On Amazon, each one is $200, $300 physical. This is a good point, you know. What's also a good point is noting that we have right now 46 watching and we just hit 21 likes. So we're almost at that halfway point. Thank you all for hitting that like button. Also, I still have it up there as the pinned comment. It's that Street Fighter 4 short. If you haven't already liked and commented on it, I'd appreciate it. Today, I did start this, which now that more people are here, I guess I'll play it once, even though it might have played a few times earlier. February 20th. 7 days until the 30th anniversary celebration of Pokemon. Pokemon Presents. We're getting it in 7 days. 30th anniversary. Did I say 30th? Hold on, I said 30th, right? Hold on. Today in gaming history. That's not what I clicked. That's not what I clicked. February 20th. 7 days until the 30th anniversary. I did say 30th. Whew, thank goodness. If I said 20th, I'd have to redo the video. It's weird seeing comments, why is it not on NSO, after asking for it to be able to be purchased on their own. I'm not knocking it. I bought Skyrim 3 times. Well, between different platforms and 4K definitive editions. Wink the Man 07. Hey, Paul, have you got the Virtual Boy on NSO? I ordered the cardboard version. That's cool that you got that one. I did. I got the Virtual Boy right there. My NSO edition came in the mail a few days ago. Did an unboxing. It was fun. It's pretty cool. I've played it. It's good. That sword in your short is badass. Which sword? Oh, in the Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Thank you. That's a cool one. I'd play Pokemon if it were more like Pal World. I enjoyed that on PC. Prices are what they are. Take it or leave it. Hi, Paul and chat. The only Pokemon game I bought was the ones after Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Yeah. I guess that was Sword and Shield, probably. The only weird thing about these releases is the X language only versions. You play like 5 minutes of the game. Alright, guys, I do actually have to go already. See you later. Bye, Michael S. Gutman. Having Hope 5 is here. Hey, guys. Hi there, Having Hope 5. Welcome. Nerdy Paul. Hello. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green hype? That's right. OMG, I'm so excited about Leaf Green and Fire Red. Yes? By the way, we'll get back to Pokemon, but I'll play this for a brief moment. Today in gaming history, February 20th, 1987, Contra launched in the arcades in Japan. Today in gaming history, 39-year anniversary for this one. Let's see. We got to get into, well, I don't know if we have to watch it. Well, we could watch it. Yeah, we'll watch it. If y'all want to watch it. we were on the topic of Pokemon. Pokemon never really left, and then we went into a couple of videos. Let's do this one right here. Get out of the way. Just in case you didn't see it, there it is. It's like a mini direct going on this week, isn't it? Xenoblade Chronicles X, Nintendo Switch 2 edition, $5, upgrade, out now. Physical version releasing March 19th. Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Leaf Green coming soon to Nintendo Switch Online. Next week, a 7-day countdown to the 30th anniversary celebration of Pokemon in this Pokemon Presents. My Mario, new app, out now on smart devices, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch 2, as well as the products being available at the Nintendo New York store and Nintendo San Francisco store. Pretty cool things dropping all of a sudden, right? Let's see. What's your IPD setting and how did it feel after playing it? For Virtual Boy Wink Demand, I just played it by default and I felt fine afterwards. I don't understand how to play the Virtual Boy games without the headset. Without the headset, you could play it in portable mode or tabletop mode, and you could increase the size of the screen and play looking at it like that in 2D. Or you could put it in your Labo VR and hold it like this and play. Or in your Virtual Boy cardboard construct, also like this. Or you could lie down on the bed and have a pillow underneath your head and just have it lying down on your face and be looking up playing it. Or you could have it in the Virtual Boy stand like this and you're just playing like this, you know, just with your head looking inside of the device. And that's how you do it without a strap or anything. Chillin' Hard, hello there if I didn't say hi earlier. I pre-ordered because I never played them and they are cheaper than getting a GBA plus the games on the collector market, true. Pokemon Fire Red and Resident Evil Requiem next Friday. We will eat good. Yeah, Morgan Stern 7. Having Hope, I think it was already answered to you, but $20 each game. How much is it? Yeah. Jacob. Since tomorrow's Today in Gaming History will for sure be The Legend of Zelda on the Famicom Disk System, here's it for the day after Today in Gaming History, February 22nd, 2022. Elden Ring launched worldwide. Yeah, Elden Ring is a pretty considerable one. Having Hope 5. Oh, nice. Perfect price for me. I can't wait to play. Be nostalgic, like 13 to 14 years old again. Yeah. Nerdy Paul, as ever, the usual moaners are moaning about the price, but for people like me who never had a GBA, they are worth it. Yep. Hey, you want to play it, you could buy a Game Boy Advance and you could fork over whatever it costs to get those games. Although I guess, what's the cheaper option? A Game Boy Advance or an OG Nintendo DS? Because DS, including DS Lite, did play Game Boy Advance games. So if you have a Nintendo DS or DS Lite, you could still play Game Boy Advance games. A DSi no longer had the ability to play GBA titles, though. What's up, Superpower Man? Welcome. The Xenoblade video was like a minute. Yep, pretty cool. I'd probably just get the digital. Didn't watch the Pokemon video. I just played it, so that's good. You're happy with the 17-pound price? Good, Nerdy Paul. People will always find something to complain about. Yeah, that's true. How do you increase the size of the screen? You could go into the options menu and you could modify the screen size, increase like that. And there's also a trick that you could hold down the right analog stick and boost up the screen size by like 1.3 times that way too. Because otherwise, it is two small images on the screen, but then you can magnify it so that you have two images like that and just play it in 2D mode. Gives me hope for more Pokemon games I missed originally getting Switch 2 releases. Yeah, I could see them doing Heart Gold and Soul Silver. You know, maybe even after they do Fire Red, Leaf Green, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, perhaps you'll get the original red and blue and yellow on NSO. Maybe. Gold, Silver, maybe they will eventually put them on there. We'll see. You were trying to play Virtual Boy games in handheld last night. It was so confusing. Yeah, there's also an options menu that will help in terms of button presses and stuff like that. You hope, Ash Gaming says, for Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Yeah, that'd be cool. Insomniac says, what do you think about those glasses that virtually make a 120-inch TV in front of you that you could connect your Switch to? I think those are pretty cool. I haven't tried it out myself, but I've seen several friends on the YouTube sphere all, put up, comparable videos that the company probably gave to them or whatever, and it looks pretty neat. Like, that's a fun idea. I have a 65-inch 4K LG CX10 OLED TV in the living room. That's what I play on, and it's a nice TV. But double that, 120 inches? Almost double? That's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind trying that. AJ Rack 0440, hi Paul and everyone in chat, how you doing? Doing great, AJ. Thank you. How are you? By the way, if y'all noticed, I will update this again because yesterday, live during the stream, we passed 500 subscribers. I don't know if YouTube did not update it yet, or did it conveniently occur that as we gained some new members, members I meant, as we gained some new members, some members, fell off, not renewing their memberships. So that's why the total is now 461. It was 460 this morning. Ash contributed $1, and that's why we are at 461. It should be over 500 because yesterday, at the end of our stream, we hit it. We topped 500. We hit a brand new lifetime goal, like a lifetime number, right? It was like 522 or something. Amazing like that. I just don't know, did it conveniently be that even with those new members, some members later in the day just didn't re-up their membership or something like that? Or did YouTube just not update on their side the numbers yet? Sometimes it takes a day or two, I've noticed. So by the end of today or tomorrow, it should hopefully update because I would like to start the stream off where it already says 500, I guess I'll see hopefully by tomorrow. Wait, Famicom had discs instead of cartridges? Not discs in the sense of CDs, no. In other news, the Star Cup in Mario Tennis Fever has been kicking my butt for the past week. Yeah. Hopefully they will say something about Paul Gale of Darkness and Pokemon Coliseum for NSO. Yeah, that would be great to have also show up tomorrow. My stepson still has his DS and DS XL. That's neat. That's good. That also assuming battery in the carts for saving haven't died. Good point, Paladin. I used to play those on DS back in the day. James C. says, honestly, 20 isn't bad. Hopefully they bring Ruby Sapphire Emerald 2. Yeah. Game Boy Micro, GBA SP. All those work. I'd rather do 20 than 200 or 300. Yeah. You can still play Gen 1 and Gen 2 games on the 3DS. Yeah. That's true. Maybe the Monero Amiibo that is supposed to release this year will be a part of the Zelda 40th. I don't think it has a specific release date yet. Yeah, good point. Nintendo just needs to... They don't even have to call it a Zelda Direct. Holy smokes! Woo! Insomniac with 20. We are either very close getting back to 500, or if YouTube does their thing and updates faster, we are well past 500 now, but we are getting close to 500 at least on today's stream officially, thanks to Ash with the $1 earlier and Insomniac out of nowhere just dropping the 20 gifted memberships. Giant thank you. Oh my gosh. Insomniac. Thanks a lot. Jeez. Shook me. Was not expecting that. Logan LeBlanc got one from you. Mona Blade. That guy called Mikey. C461. Kevin Content. Eric Moore from the Nintendo Byte podcast. Right on. RX Gaming. Darren Nye. SGTBJ. Let's see. That's about halfway in. Derek Gillespie. Light Blue Sonic. Gambits. Dala Martin. AKTVXS. Okay. Brittany Laura. Bretelson. Elijah Drago. Fire Legend 7883. Brob SNG and ETT 9553. Woo! Big W Insomniac. You know what? While we still have some green on the channel, gotta add a little more green, because the more green, the better. A green train is really, really nice. So why not add some more green? You know what I mean? We gotta do it. Paul Gale Network with a gifted membership. Bam! Bringing us to 482. 18 away from 500 officially. Thank you, PGN, for the one gifted membership. Going to Vicious Firearms. Continuing that greenery. Convenient. It's Pokemon Day. Fire Red, Leaf Green. Filling the chat with green again. Yes. Pokemon Fan 34. You know it. Make the chat green again. Drossen, Green Train. Yes. Whoa! This green is catching on because AJ Rax 0440 just contributed 5 to the stream. Now we're at 487 officially and 26 for the day. AJ Rax, big thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Going to Cam287, Tokygenics, ZZ929, and Mario Sonic Bread. Woo! We got a lot of green. What would be really amazing is if YouTube did their thing and updated tomorrow, or I guess now it might be Sunday because of today's contributions, but it was like, okay, Paul, you're not at 487. You actually are at that 540 or something like that, which would be so cool. Okay, I'll tell you what. I will be looking tonight. I will be looking tomorrow. I will be looking Sunday for the next. Oh, wow! Roger Enyart with a 20. Now we're at 507. We did it. Forget you, YouTube, and your slow counting. We don't need your slow counting. Here at Paul Gale Network, we have some fast counting. So fast. Too fast almost for me because Roger Enyart just did a $20 gifted membership. Excellent. Big support. Thank you, Roger. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. Where are the memberships? Oh, no. Oh, no, Roger. Oh, shoot. Just as I was... it kills me. I was saying, we're officially at 507. Thanks to Roger. And Ash. And AJ Rex. And Insomniac. But we've seen this happen before. There's a good chance that Roger's super generous 20 gifted memberships will be refunded. They could go to people later. That's a possibility. But it could be very well that, Roger, you will be getting refunded your $20 tomorrow. Thank you so much. Dang, that's a little bit of a buzzkill. Darn it, YouTube. What I was just saying is, whether it's tonight, tomorrow, or Sunday, if and when YouTube gives me the total, if it's 487, so be it. If it's 507, cool. If it's actually 540 or something like that, I will let you know. I will make a community post that day highlighting the new total that this awesome community has been known for in boosting up this channel. And I was just thinking yesterday, man, we're really doing well. We're really establishing a new base around here. Should I do YouTube's recommendation temporarily and set the gifted to blue like they want, or green? That way, if people are so kind as to donate, yes, it could still be the same dollar amount, but it would be fewer members so that we don't reach this cap? Why? Man. Like if it's brown belt tier, if someone like Insomniac or Roger today did 20, it would be, two $10 brown belt tier memberships that went out instead of $21 white belt memberships. They'd still be able to contribute the same money to help out the channel. It would just go to fewer people, but they would have like that more significant membership. Should I do it? We'll just start today's stream normal. And then this is what happened. You know what? I can't complain though. I mean, I'm still beyond thankful for that generosity. But probably only super chats are going to work the rest of the stream because I guess the memberships... Now, it's possible that the memberships just didn't go out to people live now, and that they did go out to people and they will be distributed later. We'll see. So, Roger, you'll either get refunded or you'll know it did work. But I will update y'all over the weekend with, like, what is our new total, More of a bigger subject, but if the price keeps the developers in business for the long term and are not too outrageous, then it's a win for us. It said that they have a lot of layoffs and closing. Yeah, like Blue Point is true. I see a lot of you are commenting on Roger's membership. Thank you so much. I mean, Insomniac, Roger Enyart, AJ Rax, Ash, I really am grateful for your donos today. People could complain about paying for updates, says Insomniac, but OG Pokemon games rarely lose any value. Try to find those for cheap. Absolutely. That's a good point. Look up any old Pokemon game sealed in a box and see how much it goes for. Even decent condition. They're not cheap. Joycey J, did we run out of people to give memberships to? Kind of, I think so. Yeah. Not enough people have it turned on. Not enough people have it turned on. JM Powers zoomed in to the picture of Fox McCloud. It could be Fox, yeah. Could be Fox, could be a robot, could be something else, a backpack, could be motorcycle, something completely different. I'm kind of hoping it's Fox McCloud, but it would be pretty dope. Why would YouTube refund anything if you have 8,000 subs and only 500 memberships? You know, Insomniac, it's weird. I have, 8,600 subscribers, but unfortunately, not everybody on YouTube that is a subscriber to my channel has the ability turned on to be the recipient of gifts. So if they're not enabling their own YouTube profiles to be able to receive gifts, let's say only 510 of the total subscribers on my channel have that turned on. If somebody donates past, they will get refunded because there's nobody to give the memberships to. All of your 20 were accounted for. And then when Roger donated afterwards, nothing popped up on screen. It could be that it does go out there and to other people and it's just not showing up live. That is a possibility. But it could be like, nope, you don't have enough of those other 8,100 people with the ability to receive a membership turned on, you know? Yeah. Hard to say. Let's see. Trying to read some more before I get too far behind. Talking about the Monero amiibo, yeah. Do you think they'll eventually update the Virtual Boy so we can play games 2D on TV? That would be nice. I hope so. JM Powers wants those glasses because they look cool. Yeah. You need a 4K TV. Yeah. If you have a 1080p TV, it's a good upgrade. If you have like a 720p TV, you're going to see a really big difference. Yeah. My TV is a 55-inch cheap LCD, Hisense. That's fine, Nerdy Paul. Nothing wrong with that. Prior to my 65-inch LG, we had a 60-inch Vizio. No complaints with that. I like Vizio. I know you have Hisense or Hisense, but you know, I'm sure they're similar. Good. And that one was a 1080p one also. Yeah. YouTube has been tripping lately. People want things for free. Yeah. Let's see. Now drop Pokemon Yellow for 20. If I'm not mistaken, the red, blue, yellow releases on 3DS were 6 apiece. Might have been 10. Yeah, there was like 6 or 10. And those were older Game Boy games for like $6 or $10. So having Game Boy Advance games at 20 with inflation and all that stuff, it's not that bad. Make the chat green again. I saw that. Joycey with a whole bunch of emoji drops looking good. And then I think I'm caught up on the chats. You know what? Blanky says, I receive memberships to other channels when I'm not watching the stream at all. Yeah. Insomniac, I remember that my stepson would trade Pokemon games into GameStop and get a ton in return in comparison to any Xbox or PlayStation games. Some were worth more than he originally paid for. Yeah, that's true. It's possible because they could always charge whatever they want as a used game. We're gonna end the stream in a moment, but let me finish off a couple of chats. Zapikin says, hope the Crystal Platinum and Black and White games come too. Maybe they announce Fire Red Leaf Green now because Gen 10 is going to be a massive, extensive reveal, possibly. Lee J says, hey fam. Hey Lee J, sorry that you're coming in kind of late. We are going to end the stream soon. But, let's see. To read off the poll, 34% aren't going to buy either. But that means that a strong 66% of this chat plans on buying Pokemon Fire Red and or Leaf Green. 29% both, 28% Fire Red, 9% Leaf Green. The only thing we didn't get to do today was read off the sales for the month of January in the United States. PlayStation 5 was the best-selling console in the US. Nintendo Switch 2 was the best-selling console in Japan. In the US, Nintendo Switch 2 was second, followed by Xbox Series and Nintendo Switch in third and fourth, respectively. In Japan, it went Nintendo Switch 2, PlayStation 5. Sorry, Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series. Okay. Dang it, we've got 47 watching now, 21 plus likes. I want to continue this conversation later and have a little bit of a longer stream. I'm going to continue with this stream total, by the way, when we do it later, so we can see, do we do a $10 eShop gift card giveaway today, which might help someone out get Pokemon. For now, though,